Hi, I'm Tony Fleming, and this is Fleming's Ultimate Garage. Hey everybody, thanks for joining us on today's video. 69 Mustang Mach 1 in a fabulous, fabulous Acapulco blue. Check this car over. It's actually really, really nicely done, and on top of it, got a couple little performance upgrades in it that makes it even better driving. And the one thing that people always complain about is when you have kind of a high rear end ratio, meaning higher numerically, that sometimes these cars are difficult to drive on the highway. This car here has an upgraded 5-speed in it, so it's easy to take it back to stock if you wanted to. We could put a 4-speed in it. It's super simple. But right now, this has the 5-speed in it. Nobody actually knows because the shifter is stock. The shifter ball looks pretty cool in the car, but it gives you that extra little bit of cruising ability so that you can roll on down the road with some higher gears that makes the acceleration snappy, but the car's not tacking out at 3,000 or 4,000 RPMs while you're rolling down the road. So anyway, come on here. We have a photo documentation of the restoration that comes with the car. Nice little album that we put together. We're just finishing the final touches on it. I just want to get the video done. You'll probably see a couple small pieces missing. They're on the way. Mel has told me that for sure this stuff's going to be here, or she'll buy the car herself. That's what she said to me. I don't know if it's going to go, but we'll see. Anyway, let's check out the quality of the paint real quick. I like to do this because you know what? This is like a big deal. Look how nice and smooth that paint is. We see it on the top, and then if we could, I'd like to come over here on the sides and do it again. See how you can see the words are nice and crisp and clear. That's the same thing you need to be seeing for the guy who sent you pictures on the car that you're looking at also. And make sure that you can see the make of the camera that he's using. You can see his hairstyle clearly. You can see that his hair's falling out like mine, clearly. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. That you need to see. All new chrome, new stainless, got the right Mach 1 grille. Some great 70s touches that make these muscle cars really, really the difference between today's car and the past. For instance, like the front spoiler, yes, you can get that, but when the way the front end is designed, with the front spoiler, it's got the rear wing on this car too, and we also have the 70s vintage, kind of rear window louver look with the flat blacked out hood, and it looks really, really awesome. The stripe on the side, by the way, in the light at night is reflective, and it looks really, really good too, so that's pretty cool. And it looks yellow right now, but it's really high intensity and things like that. You got new hood pins. This is still one of the great muscle car things too, is hood pins. It's like no import car really, can really pull that off unless it's maybe a race car. A muscle car, definitely hood pins 24/7. All right, let's look under here for a second. Nicely dressed up. Now this car is set up for air conditioning. It doesn't have air conditioning working. It has a compressor. It's an original AC car. Some of the parts are there. It's not operational. But everything is set up here that if you want to finish it up, we could do that also. But most importantly, it's all detailed. The engine has been rebuilt. The transmission has been redone. And as we go through, you have things like power disc brakes, some of the stuff that you can't see. Power steering. Unless you're looking hard at the pictures, you would not have noticed that it has power steering on it too. So this is modernized nicely. It's painted under here really nicely. It's nice and shiny. Looks like somebody wet sanded out. Looks like they use like stainless fasteners because they're nice and silver. Got the overflow bottle, you got working horns, turn signals, running lights, stuff like that. And you say, well, what's the big deal about that kind of stuff? Well, the big deal is that when these cars come here, they don't normally work. They don't normally get the horns, 9 times out of 10 don't work. All the signals don't work, the lights, those are all the things that you're gonna have to overcome buying a car outside of us. But we make sure that included in the price is those kinds of things, as well as the free enclosed door-to-door shipping, which is really a benefit too. It can be very expensive depending on where you live. We include that in the price, by the way. A big part of a muscle car is the tail end of the car, because hopefully you're fast enough that a lot of people get to see what this is. Most people know right away from the looks of it, but here, great. I love this design here. You got the quad tips for the Mach 1, the rear wing and louvers that we talked about earlier, new chrome, stainless, got the reverse lights there, cool kind of fold down gas cap that I didn't even open properly. There we go, and that's all nice and new. Now let's check out the trunk, see what we got here. This is nice, it's nicely painted. The latch isn't one color. You can see obviously new gaskets because they're kind of dusty. New trunk mat, okay, new gas tank. It's all painted up in here, which is nice. Okay, all the detail over here. The sockets for the lights are painted. All painted all up in there. Yeah, This is good. This is good. You'll like this car. You get this car, you're gonna like this car. Come on in, we'll check out the inside here. Now listen, one of the things about this car, it's an AC car, so we're just sourcing the last of the few AC parts, which we'll install here this week. Before you got the car, those things will be in there. But it's kind of original looking with the stereo grills there, the original Ford Mustang stereo grills in the door, but an upgraded digital sound system here. If you wanted to keep it all stock, we could put a stock radio in here and move this inside the glove box or something like that, which a lot of people like us to do. It does have full factory gauges, 120 mile an hour speedometer. Got that great Ford Mustang wheel. Shifter looks nice in stock too. And I did mention this extra fifth gear, which makes highway cruising really, really nice. You can see a lot of the AC stuff is still in place. So it wouldn't be a whole lot of money to convert it and finish it up. Some people like AC, some people don't care about it. Buckets, console, new headliner, dash pad, everything in here. And more importantly, this is a really cool car inside. It's got the fold down rear seat. These red parts of the carpet are actually standard, believe it or not. So we put floor mats in the cars, and just that's up to you whether you want to take them out or not, but the red mat actually is the way it came from the factory. This one happens to have shoulder belts here, as well as lap belts too, which is a nice touch. And it's just, man, it's a cool car. It's just detailed nicely. All right, how about I start it for you so you can hear what it sounds like. One other nice touch I love so much is Magnum 500s. You know, it's a wheel that came on a lot of cars, but on the Mustangs it's a little different than, say, maybe a Chevelle or some of the others, in the sense that the whole wheel is chrome. BF Goodrich radial TAs, I don't know what other kind of muscle car tire you put on, unless you want to put on the belted original tire that came, but these make the car drive so much nicer, and plus they look just great and make the car really look very, very muscular. One of the things I wanted to show you, if we could, is a little bit of the underside, because the underside of this car is so beautiful. Everything under here is new. Look at all the new floor pans. We just got the plugs that just came in, so we could put the body plugs in there. All new boxes, frame, exhaust, all that stuff there has been replaced. You know, this car started life first off as a real 351 four-barrel car. You know, not all Mustangs came with a four-barrel. A lot of them were, you know, 302 two barrels, four barrels, things like that. So this has the upgraded motor, almost 300 horsepower. This has a couple modifications to it, so I think we probably have a little bit extra to choose from. The Acapulco blue, great looking color. You can't go wrong with the black callouts and things like that. The Magnum 500s, we talked about things like power disc brakes, power steering, the bucket seats. I'm just running down this list here. The front and rear spoilers. We also have a couple nice things too, which we mentioned at the beginning, and that was we have the photo documentation of the restoration. We also have a Marti Report, which authenticates the way this car was built. And I don't know, if you're looking for a muscle car, this is a great muscle car. And if you're also looking for a muscle car that's the real deal, this in turn is as well, also because you know, with the documentation and the restoration kind of supports all that. So anyway, if you can find a way to get a great 4-speed, in this case here, 5-speed Mach 1 into your life, this could be the one. Call us 301-816-1000 and we'll tell you all about it.